What's up, y'all? It is Makayla's Janae back here with another video, and in today's video will be another Beauty 101 video. As you guys have known, I'm going step by step in teaching you guys all about makeup for beginners. If you already know about your brows and you're just trying to learn and hop into this eyeshadow game, this is the perfect video for you. Today's video, I will be going in depth and showing you the most simplest 3 eyeshadow makeup look. So we're gonna get right into the video. First things first, we're going to talk about palettes. I think Morphe is a great starter brand. Most of Morphe's palettes are $23 and below, and you get a lot of eyeshadows in there. Their biggest palettes are $23, and this is what I have right here. They have palettes that can be $12, $18, really cheap for a lot of colors. So for beginners, Morphe is where it's at. Right here I have the Morphe 3502 palette, and it is just a bunch of warm tones that can be used for every day. This is my absolute favorite palette because there's so many colors in here that can be used for everyday looks. This is the palette I'm going to be using in this video. We're going to get into brushes. I mainly use the same brush for most of my eyeshadow. I use this MAC brush, a fluffy tip, but it's not this fluffy, okay? This is what I use to really blend out, but this is what I use for precise eyeshadow. So you're going to need a brush like this, and you're going to need a different brush like this one or this one for your lid color. You want something that's going to be able to get precise in where you need to get it. So make sure you have your brushes, make sure you have your palette of choice. And now we're going to talk about a base. When I do my eyeshadow, I like to start off with a concealer base in a lighter color. When I do my concealer bases, I usually use my Clinique stick foundation, or I use my LA Girl Pro concealer in pure beige. This is $1.99. My LA Girl Pro concealers are the best concealers in my opinion because they work great and they're cheap, and that's always a good thing in my book. You can also use your foundation as a base for your eyeshadow, so keep that in mind. I like to use a lighter color just so on any skin tone your eyeshadow can really pop and you can see the true color. It is totally okay to just apply eyeshadow to your bare skin. That can be done. It's good to really learn how to use concealer as a base. So I already did my brows and I concealed under them in my previous video, so if you want to see that, watch it. And I did highlight underneath my brows. Today I'm just going to use the LA Girl Pro concealer because it's cheap and I want to use what most of you probably have. So I just go straight from the container onto my eye. And you don't need to squeeze a lot. I am just going to take my brush that I said was for blending. I'm going to take this fluffy brush right here, and I'm going to go into the Morphe palette, and I'm going to get a light eyeshadow to set it. So in this palette, they have this color called Universal right here. As you can see, I love it, and I'm almost out. So I'm going to go into that, and I'm just going to blend that out, blending in the edges. If you don't want to use an eyeshadow and you're more advanced, it's totally okay to use the airspun powder. For the purpose of this video, I'm using one palette, so I want to show you guys how you can just use the lightest color in a palette to set your eyelids. So now I'm going to go into this brush right here that I said is universal for eyeshadow. After you already set your concealer with a light color, then you can go straight into your transition shade. Now, a transition shade for everyday looks can be a type of brown, or it could be an orange. So in today's video, I'm just going to use a brown, this brown right here, and it's just a little bit darker than our highlighting and setting color, which is over here. It's a little bit darker, so we're going to use that color and go right underneath my highlight color. So right here is my brow bone highlight, and I'm going to go underneath in a windshield wiping motion, following the shape of my eye, because you want to blend in your highlight with the color. Make sure you're staying within your eyebrow range when you're doing eyeshadow, just for an everyday look. You can go crazier when you're more advanced. When you're doing your eyeshadow, you go from light to dark once you get to your crease, and then light again for your lid color. Then we're going to go a little bit darker, and we're going to go into, with this palette there's really a lot of options that you can go into, but since we're staying with the brown family, I'm going to go into this color right here. And like I also told my mom, with palettes like this, you can basically stay in the same quadrant. So right here, you can go from here to here to here to here for your lid, and that is a simple way to really know your palette. Or you can go from here for your eyebrow shade, this way, and this for a lid. So it can go really either way. Highlight should always be light, and your lid could be light or dark, or it could be any color you want, but we're going to get into that. And your crease of your eye is exactly what it's called, where when you open your eye, where your crease shade should always be dark. And it's always good to blend. So really spend time on where two colors meet, going back and forth, because you want your colors to blend. And if you've ever find yourself going too high, it's okay to go back into your transition shade just to make sure you don't lose any color. And that also helps to blend in. Going back into both colors can help to blend it in. So now you see it's really subtle, but there's two different colors right now. You go into your eyelid brush, which should be able to fit on your lid, and this is where you're going to add the spark. So right here, there's a lot of options on this palette. There's a lot of different gold. I'm going to go a little bit darker, and I'm going to use this color over here for my lid. It's really good if you want more of a popping lid color. You can spray your brush with a setting spray, or I like to use my Mario Badescu spray. I want to show you guys how it looks without it being sprayed. So I'm just going to go in with this brush, and we're just going to place it on our lid. Starting from inner corner to the middle, and you're just going to place it all over. See, and it's showing up really good without even spraying it, because this palette is just totally awesome. And I go about halfway, almost like a cut crease motion, and we're going to go get into cut creases in a later video. But right here, I'm just showing you guys a hack to where you don't have to use concealer more than once, and I just like to make sure that you can see it. So after I'm done with that, with this same brush, I'm just gonna wipe it off on a napkin, and I'm gonna go back into my crease color to put on the outside, and I'm just gonna put it on the outer V of my eye right here and blend it into that gold that we put on our lid, because you want this to be dark around here. So as you can see, this is really calm, this is really dainty, and this is really neutral, and it's super easy. There's no inner corner highlight, there's nothing really to it. So now on this side, I'm going to do the same thing, and so let's get right into it. Alright you guys, so we've come to the end of this video, and I just want to finish off the look with some mascara. This is my absolute favorite mascara. It is a Too Faced Better Than Sex, but mascara is mascara, so Walmart mascara is just as good as everything else. Just find a mascara that works for you. You guys, so now that I've completed the look with mascara, now we can get into things to remember. When you're picking out your brushes, using the same brushes for your lid color, for your transition, and for your crease color helps to blend. And when you're applying lid shades, it could be any shade you want. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to add some color to the 123 eyeshadow look. But when you're using browns, you can use any shade of glitter you want and do these exact same transitions. For your transition shade, it's good to stay within the brown and the orange region. But for your crease, you can go as dark as you want. If we look into the palette, most of these colors at the bottom can be used in the crease because they're so dark. You can use the same shade that you use as your brow bone highlight. That can also be used on your lid too. It's really anything that sparkles you can use on your lid. It really doesn't matter. To set my entire face, I do use a setting spray, and setting sprays to me are the Mario Badescu sprays, or I use the Pearl Essence Rose Water right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really simple, really easy, going from simple to hard, so eventually you're going to get to the dramatic makeup that I wear on a daily basis. But first, I want to start off really simple for you guys. If you guys want more information on my hair and my eyebrows, the videos will be in the cards above. Subscribe and share. More Beauty 101 videos are to come.